Once again, you're welcome to ZEEK'S Diary TV show. ZEEK'S Diary TV show is that program that's here to look at pivotal issues that concerns parents, children, and teachers. And I remain Zolly Nekabari Vincent, your host on the program. On today's episode of the program, we will be looking at a subject that concerns teachers and children, the Wisdom Bank segment of the program particularly. So we are looking at creating an engaging classroom atmosphere. Creating an engaging classroom atmosphere. Creating an engaging classroom environment for children is essential for their learning and development. Creating an engaging classroom environment is essential for learning and the child's development. It is important to create an environment that is conducive for learning. It is important to create an environment that is conducive for learning. Children cannot learn. Nobody can learn in an environment that is not conducive or where they don't have comfort to learn, because learning requires some form of comfort or some form of conduciveness. So when that conduciveness is not in place, then learning cannot be very productive. So we are looking at creating an engaging classroom environment for children, a classroom that is engaging, a classroom where parent, teachers, child relationship, teachers, pupils relationship, teachers, student relationship is core and is important, because when this relationship is not in place, then you cannot really get what you want, because in teaching is a two-sided thing. It involves the communication between teachers and the learners. So it's not a monologue in teaching, it's actually dialogue. So we are looking at creating an engaging classroom environment, an atmosphere that is engaging for children so as to make learning productive. It is important to create an atmosphere that is conducive to learning, encourages collaboration, and allows creativity. It is important to create an environment that encourages learning, encourages collaboration, and allows creativity. It should encourage collaboration. Like I said before, collaboration, we should start be deliberate and intentional about choosing collaboration over competition. Collaboration over competition. We should start making wise decision of collaboration over competition, because great things cannot be achieved single-handedly. No great thing can be achieved by one man or by one man's effort alone. So collaboration is an important ingredient to living a fulfilled life in this very present time, and we should start teaching children how to collaborate from the classroom. So for this to be achieved, there must be an engaging classroom environment. An engaging classroom environment will support collaboration, it will promote creativity, and also encourage learning. The first step in creating an engaging classroom environment is to create a positive atmosphere. This can be done by creating a safe and supporting environment where children feel comfortable to express themselves. Create a safe and comfortable environment where children feel safe, can be comfortable, can express themselves in their full measure and their full potential. So as a teacher, you need to create that environment. And the environment we're talking about now is not the school walls, the painting, the flowers. All those are structures and facilities, and they should be nice. We're not saying they should be less or any better than what they are or lesser than what they are. But what we're saying is, as teachers, how you are able to manage your classroom to create an environment that is conducive, that is engaging for your pupils and for your students to learn, and that we should be deliberate about it. Because for you to achieve your main aim in your work or for that very day or on a period, there must be an engaging classroom environment. Many teachers, especially after break, You discover that some teachers are already tired. Some of them are already stressed, especially within the hours of 1 p.m., 2 p.m. for schools that closes by 4 or by 3:30. Some of these teachers are already worked. They're tired. They're already tired. And you see a teacher will just come on the board and want to teach and not really giving enough attention to if my followers are following me, if the entry behavior was good enough, if they are catching up what I'm doing, if my smile on my front is a perfect one for this class. So all this should be checked to create an engaging classroom environment. I would say the easiest way to create an engaging classroom environment is from your entry behavior as a teacher. How do you start your class? How do you go about starting your class, the very period you want to teach? For instance, you want to take a course on science. How do you start the class? And you should be flexible. If you always start your classes by singing or by storytelling, some start their period by illustration, some by drama, some by making reference to instances. But how do you start your class? And is it good enough that it captures the attention of all the students in the class? Is it good enough that it's able to capture the mind of the people, of your learners? So your entry behavior is very important in creating an engaging classroom environment. And you see, this can be done by providing a warm and welcoming atmosphere that encourages positive interactions between students and providing a variety of activities that are both fun and educational. Providing a variety of activities that are both fun and educational. You must try to establish, children loves play. Psychologically, educationally, otherwise children love play. So you must create an environment that supports or contributes, has its attributes in fun and education. And this starts from how you start the class, your entry behavior. As teachers, you agree with me that when you start your class in a very dull format, with a lot of frown on your face, it's usually difficult for you to break through and switch over to become a smile, a happy person between. You can actually make that up as an adult, but the children will just be looking at you like a drama queen or a drama king. They'll be like, auntie is not happy today, uncle is not happy today, Mr. Akim is not happy today, Mr. Lola is not happy today. So but when you create, when your entry behavior is good enough, then you've been able to carry everybody along. Like in the business world, they'll say first impression matters a lot. So the first you that the child sees before the lecture is very important. And this entry behavior should not be rigid. We should be flexible as teachers. We should be able to come up with new things. We should always, our creative mind should always be at work all around the clock. So it will be very fantastic or good enough that whenever you want to start a class, children already know that when Mr. Kim wants to take mathematics, when he enters the class, his entry behavior will be like, class, stand up, sit down, stand up, hands up, clap 5, clap 3. All right, sit down, everybody. Bring out your book. I want to teach you algebra, simple equations, and Mr. Kim start teaching. The next Monday again, when Mr. Kim has the same class, he will come up. Everybody stand up. All right, can we sit down now? Hands up, clap 5. It becomes a norm. So some of the time before you even start teaching, children are already standing up and clapping 5 because they know that this is what means. So you should be creative. Children should not be able to know all of us or know everything about you as a teacher or know your limit. Just that this is your limit. This the worst case scenario, this is what you are going to do. No, by so doing, there are a lot of children that will be losing interest in you, and that's by so doing, you've already lost an engaging learning environment in that classroom. Collaboration is an important part of learning and should be encouraged in the classroom. Collaboration is a very important part of learning and should be encouraged in the classroom. This can be done by providing opportunities for students to work together on projects, encouraging group discussions, and providing activities that requires teamwork. collaboration is very important. Collaboration is key and is pivotal in the society today. I don't know how much I will need to be talking about this or hammering on this, but collaboration is very important. Teamwork is very important, and we need to inculcate these attributes to children in the classroom by bringing in teamwork. So as teachers, because basically I'm talking to teachers this afternoon on this program today. So as teachers, the kind of class activity you give, what kind of class activity is it? Always everybody answer question 1 to 5. Sometimes you can group these children into a group of 5s, group of 10s, depending on the number of children you have in class. And when you're doing this grouping, it should not just be the smart ones and to one group and those that are not doing very well to the other group. No, you should group them, and when you group them, you should be able to mix them up and give them something to do. And by so doing, they're able to express their ideas, they're able to express their fears, they're able to express their opinions, they're able to do more on that very thing. On this very topic, creating an engaging classroom for children, I want you to stay tuned because we'll be going on a short break, and we will return. I have more nuggets that can help you and prepare you to become the best of teacher. You can become the best of teacher this time. Alright, so welcome back to ZEEK'S Diary TV show, and we're still on the topic creating an engaging classroom environment for children, for students, for our learners as teachers. So we have looked at collaboration, we have looked at entry behavior. So now we'll be stepping forward to talk about creativity. Encourage creativity. To have an engaging classroom should also encourage creativity. Creativity is an important part of learning and should be encouraged in the classroom. It is an important part of learning and should be encouraged in the classroom. This can be done by providing opportunities for students to explore their own ideas. Create opportunities for children to explore their own ideas. Encourage them to think outside the box, and providing activities that allow them or allow for creative expressions. Allow children to explore themselves sometimes. And how can you do this as teachers? Sometimes you give them on the topic you want to teach ahead. You can give them a research work and said, children, perhaps you want to teach about maybe you want to teach about now, or in science you want to teach about living things. You can enter the class and ask the children, write the name of 100 animals you know. Or for instance, write the name of 20 animals you know and draw at least 2. Now, in the long run, what you have done is to, at the same time, explore their mind towards animals, and you can be specific according to what you want: aquatic animals, terrestrial animals, amphibians, whatever. But if not, you can generalize it at the primary school level and draw 2. You'll be able to know a child that can draw fish very well. In that class, you'll be able to know a child that can draw goats very well. In that child, you'll be able to know those that cannot draw at all. So by so doing, you've given them a chance to express their creative mind. The same thing applies to mathematics. Mathematics is the most beautiful of all subjects that to do, and I'll always give it that applause anywhere, anytime. You can do that in mathematics as well, and perhaps you want to teach algebra, simple equation, as the case might be. You can put up 10 questions on that and say, everybody solve these 10 questions. Some will be like, but you have not taught us this. Teacher, you have not done this. We have not gotten to this. Said, everybody do this. You discover that in a class of 20, there is no way that at least 5 to 10 persons will not be able to do something reasonable. They might not get it rightly, but they will make attempt, because what you want to teach is on the basis of what they have done before, because you teach in connectivity to previous knowledge as a teacher. So should allow children to explore their creative mind by encouraging them to think outside the box and provide activities that allow for creative expressions. Creating an engaging classroom environment for children is essential for their learning and development. It is essential for their learning and their development. You must create, as teachers, you must be deliberate, you must be conscious about creating a classroom environment that children that is engaging, that you can know your students and your students can know you, that you can know your students, know their limits, know their strengths, know their weaknesses. This can only be designed in a classroom that is engaging, in a classroom that supports collaboration, in a classroom that supports creativity, in a classroom that people can express themselves comfortably. So this is the function of a teacher in that class. And like I've said, it is easier to create a classroom environment, an engaging classroom environment, from your first appearance on every period. That is your entry behavior. So when you establish an entry behavior, and I said your entry behavior should be fun and educative. It should be fun and educative. So when you are able to do this, then you'll be able to get the kind of result that you want in the long run in that class. But however, in your mind as a 21st century teacher, you should be able and you should know, as a matter of fact, that your class, your teachings, whatever you're doing, should involve creativity, collaboration, and an atmosphere where children can freely express themselves. It is important to create an environment that is conducive to learning, encourages collaboration, and allows for creativity. By creating a positive atmosphere, encouraging collaboration and creativity, teachers can create an engaging classroom environment that will benefit their students. By doing all of this, you can create a classroom that will be very of great benefit to your children. So you should create a classroom where children can express themselves comfortably. I want to point this out to my fellow teachers and my colleagues in this industry, the education industry. We should not, it is wrong, it is unprofessional to shut children down when they want to express themselves. There are children that are students or learners that whenever 90 or 95% of the time they raise up their hands to express their opinions, they want to say something that is completely abstract from what you are talking about, or different or wrong per se. So, but however, whenever a child raises his or her hand up to say something in the class, they should be given a chance and they should be listened to. No matter how what they say sounds, they should be allowed to express themselves. By so doing, you are creating a class, an atmosphere that's relaxed for people to express their opinions. But when you always shut them down, say he raised up his hand, say, and everybody's raising up their hand to answer the question, and he's saying I, the teacher will say I over there, everybody wants to say something, and you point every person in exception of that child. The next day, you will not know the day that the child has something very reasonable to offer. You will not know, because you have always been shutting down that child, and you cannot tell if that child is improving or that child is going down daily. It's not grading children or evaluation is not completely 100% on the basis of classwork and homework or even exam. Is also on class activity, the productivity, the child's productivity or engagement in class activity, the child's ability to express himself in the class. So to create, to achieve all of this, we should have a classroom that is engaging, a classroom where learners can comfortably express themselves, their ideas and their opinions in the class. And collaboration, networking, and creativity, all of this should in their full measure be practiced in the class. We should learn to encourage creativity. You should be able to know a child that can draw very well in your class, and you should be able to know a child that has good calligraphy. You want to know a child that can sing very well. You want to know, encourage all of this. You're preparing them for your end of term party. This child can sing very well. Say you're going to venture the music and the presentation. You're going to do this. By so doing, you are helping them to build themselves in that area. of life or that area of their strength. So in a nutshell, in summary, we should be deliberate, we should be intentional about creating an engaging classroom atmosphere that will be productive to these children and help these children to become better people. I will give this instance. As a teacher many years ago, there is this young boy that is in my class. Whenever he wants to, he raise up his hand, the other children will be like, oh, he's about talking rubbish again. The next time he wants to raise up his hand, the boy will just ask some very funny questions. You can imagine you're teaching about, perhaps you're teaching about drug abuse, and he's asking you questions about something abstract like animals or something completely different. And you'll be wondering, is this child okay upstairs or something? So, but because I had an understanding of an engaging classroom atmosphere, and I love children. I love children to express themselves. I love children. I love communication as a person. I love communication. Yes, I want to get the message in what you want to say and get your opinion about everything. Do you know that in the long run, this boy continue this way? When he finishes saying whatever he's saying, I will find my own way of connecting what he has just said to what we are talking about, and then we will now get what we want in a class. But in the long run, the boy I'm talking about today, he started improving, he started developing, and he became better. So we should learn to give children chances to express themselves, their opinion, and become better people. ZEEK'S Diary is here and is here for you. And I'm sure you've gotten value for your time, and you've gotten some meaningful impacts that can make you a better teacher. So as teachers, we should be limitless. We should keep learning, keep strategizing to always come out new. Be deliberate about coming out new in your presentation, in your teaching techniques, in your teaching styles. You should always come out new. We should be deliberate about it, to be new teachers every day. That every moment you enter the class, every period you handle, you are a new teacher, and that children are eager and willing to see and learn from. And children should not be scared of you. If children are scared of you, they are running away from you, they are not interested in what you're doing, then you cannot even achieve an engaging classroom environment, talk more of a productive lesson. So we should be deliberate about all this as teachers and see how we can create an engaging classroom environment that will be beneficial to every child in terms of collaboration, of creativity, and communication skills. Thank you very much. I remain Zolina Kabari Vincent, your host on ZEEK'S Diary TV show, and do well to follow us on TikTok at ZEEKNEWTON, on Twitter at ZEEKNEWTON, on YouTube at ZEEK'S Diary, and on Facebook at ZEEK'S Newton Vincent. Always drop your questions, your opinions, your doubts, your arguments, your fears, and I will be there to attend to it. Do not fail to follow us on Facebook and on all our social media platforms, and to follow us every Monday by 1 p.m. to get the program live on ROS TV. Same time and same station. Stay tuned and stay blessed. You are a best teacher and you can be better. Thank you very much.